A year ago this week, local news media reported that St. Charles Borromeo Grade School would be forced to close because of financial woes. Reporters referenced operational deficits, debt, dilapidating structures, a diminishing neighborhood, and an enrollment that decreased over 70% in less than a decade. The demographics around this aging region between the little village of Oakview and Gladstone had become less and less as the neighborhoods that sprawled from it became more and more. Consequently, the church, once the flagship parish of the Northland, and the school, which once housed nearly 1,000 students, became victims to bigger, better, and more popular destinations. Established in the 1940s as the Second World War was ending and soldiers were returning home, St. Charles was the second parish created in Kansas City's Northland, and it opened the first Catholic school. After a few masses in a neighborhood restaurant and bar on North Oak Traffic Way, an army barracks was erected as a worship site on a 9-acre field where the community later built its church and school. The parish school opened with 2 classrooms, 45 students, and 2 religious sisters. At an all-time high enrollment of well over 900 students, it forced the parish to grow again, this time to a new gymnasium and a commons meeting space. Like a foreshadowing of the field of dreams, it was built and the people came. That is, until they didn't. To combat what seemed inevitable last summer, St. Charles appointed a small group to assess the sustainability of our school, which concluded that, even though it might make better fiscal sense to close the doors, sentiment to fight on multiple levels was strong enough to consider options for remaining open. So we concluded that our best option was to become a destination school, providing a unique style of education that can benefit students and their families for our modern times. And it didn't take long to be sold on the value of the classical liberal arts model that stressed heightened language and literature, logic and problem-solving skills, rhetoric and skills for articulation, creative methods for demonstrating learning, and a philosophy that allows religious beliefs to be our guiding principle. Once we considered the switch, our principal, Mrs. Lockowitzer, dove in the deep end. She researched strengths and liabilities, educating the rest of us along the way. She visited sites of a few of the best examples of this model in the United States, reporting her discoveries, concerns, and hopes. Her energy, optimism, and love for education make her a perfect leader to oversee this transition. Teachers soon followed her example in an effort to embrace the transformation from the standardized to the classical model. We have embarked upon a revitalization campaign to restore buildings that had fallen into disrepair, even to support new construction to replace the 70-year-old parish office that was originally a convent and is now buckling at its foundation. Many positive things have occurred in this past year, and we continue to work diligently to reverse the direction of St. Charles Borromeo. I am convinced that we are on the right track. I'm grateful to parishioners who rallied and who will continue to do so. Yes, I believe that we are on the right track, and if you have it in you, please offer a prayer that we faithfully carry out the work of Jesus here and that we teach our children well.